Oh no, not Liz. Well, guys, what can I say? The same advice that a lot of these bright girls out here are given, they need to be taken. It's not looking good for you straight girls that only date males. It's really not looking good for y'all. Previously, before I saw the news from somebody else, I saw Naomi Osaka's interview crying, which people said in the comments she's always crying, and it's actually high-key true. And then I saw a lady making a video about he trapped her, he this, he that, blah, 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 blah. And finally, other women in the comments like myself were kind of like eked out and were basically saying like, well, she agreed to that. She allowed that. Like, she's a professional tennis player. Like, she has money to get anything done within reason and to make big girl decisions, and she chose to do that. When I was talking about Haley, the Little Mermaid, on my YouTube channel, I was kind of afraid that I was coming across very harsh, but I could see it was happening from a mile away. And then now she's in a whole collage of filing restraining orders on the father of her child for being abusive. And, you know, that is something that I actually did not really see, like, or did not hope for. The only thing I knew that was going to happen was that they were not going to get married or last, and that she was going to be a single mom. That I could see from a mile away. And nobody, I mean, at least my subscribers are smart, like on YouTube, but people who follow me on TikTok are smart, so they basically agree with me. But personally, I was afraid of coming across a little bit too harsh, because I felt like maybe I would come across like a mean girl or something. But then when I saw how quickly that shit unraveled, I was like, God damn, like I was right. And you know, there's countless successful quote unquote women who don't seem to be listening to other girls out here who keep telling you guys, like, you cannot trust a male. Like, they're not designed or built like us in any way, shape, or form. Like, and it gets to a point where it's kind of like maybe you have to have some kind of higher knowledge, or I don't know, but a lot of things that I would say to my dad, like, my parents had me through marriage, so I can't relate to these other chicks out here who, like, they say that, oh, like, their parents, like, were never married. And, like, my parents were married for a very, very long time. They planned to have me. I was planned within marriage. And my mother had a great life before, after, and during having me, and she did it the non-traditional way, whereas she got her career before she had a kid, and she was traveling the world before she had me. So I guess her experience on me is slightly, maybe not even slightly, maybe a lot enlightened compared to other women out here that maybe they saw their mom do things differently. I don't know. Now, truth be told, I don't know much about this girl. As you can see, like, I don't even know her name, but I've seen videos of her. Is she like that motivational chick? Isn't she that motivational chick where she makes like videos and shit? And they're saying that she got cheated on and she's carrying a child. Like, I'm not trying to laugh, girls. I'm not trying to laugh, but like, y'all need to take your own advice. But the thing is, I think she's probably too far gone to get the snip, right? Like, she probably can't abort it because she's too far along. Wow, that sucks. Well, somebody put that he studied her, and let me tell you, I don't know. Like, I gotta be honest with you ladies, like, the heterosexual dynamic of relationships, like, I don't know if that is a bankable thing. I you know, my perspective is kind of harsh, where with human beings, I've made a video about this, and I've told you guys that I don't think humans are good investments. I've had the same perspective before I was like 13 years old. I have come into higher knowledge from 13, and I would literally even tell my dad stuff, and he would look at me like, you know, wow, like, this chick is smart, you know what I'm saying? And growing up, thankfully for me, I had people in my life who told me the truth. Like, I gotta be honest with you guys, like, even when I worked from very, very young, like high school, college, I was always around, luckily, coworkers and people I would come across, and even to now, that would just pour into me. And the difference with this girl is she in her mind, and I'm assuming, I think that she did it the right way, where like she got engaged, she like, you know, proposed, like, I guess not married, but she got a ring, and the ring is like kind of like, I guess for a straight woman, like a green light to have kids. I don't really know, because I can't really relate. Like, you know, a lot of things that I didn't encounter in life, I think God just simply spared me. But I have to say, ladies, like, you know, this may sound bad, but this is kind of like my perspective, and this is like the kind of like the final verdict for me is like, to a man, a woman is a come up, is a success, is beneficial to his life, his career. For a woman, it's the exact opposite. The second a woman is successful and has her own thing going on, and then she ties up to a man, she's basically doomed. She's almost 90% doomed. Now, that's what the track record shows. There is no woman who's taken a chance on an average man or a successful man and has come out unscathed with no scandals. It's practically unheard of. So, like I said, because I don't really know her like that, I really can't speak too much on it. All I can say is what I've said about other women that I do know, that I do follow, that I do wanted more for, especially as a black woman. Like, I wanted more for these ladies. But, you know, to go from, I'm assuming, a motivational speaker or a businesswoman to a single mom is insane. And the question is, how do these things stop happening? And I'm sorry to say, and I'm not trying to be funny, but that's a question that you ladies who date straight men have to answer, and trust men and date consistently. That's not my can of worms anymore. I told somebody in the comments, like, after the age of 25, a light should come on, and if a light don't come on, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, after a certain age, the light should come on, guys. I don't know. Like I said, it came out for me when I was 13 years old, so I really cannot relate. I don't understand what's so hard to understand. Like, the person can pass away. The person can find somebody else the next day. And that's a danger of the heterosexual relationships, is if you do have a baby, biologically, you make a baby together, you are going to be responsible, ladies. I don't know, like, even guys that are so-called liberal or progressive or all this bullshit, they admit, like, you're the one that's raising that child. You're the one that's going to be breaking bread, busting ass, like, and y'all keep doing it. And you know, there's modern technology, there's protective methods, there's birth control. And then if it's not birth control, listen, girls back in the day when they didn't have access to get rid of it, they did it themselves. And no, I'm not promoting that TikTok. I'm not, you know, I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just saying there's ways to live differently, go about it differently. Like, you know, Oprah Winfrey, I don't know why I feel like saying her name, but I'm going to bring her up. Like, Oprah Winfrey got a lot of heat when I was like a teenager. People would question her all the time. And like, now people are like fucking looking at her like she's a genius, because she got rich off her own. She stood on her own 2 feet, never had kids, never married, but gave back to the world, gave back to young girls, paid people's college tuition, gave things away for free. I mean, she did it the right way. And it seems weird, but she did do it the right way. She was able to make her own money and still love on the world. So girls, it's sad to say this, but like, if you do get pregnant and you decide to keep it, or you find out too far along, you're gonna be raising it yourself. I don't know how else to say it to you. Like, you're gonna be raising the child yourself. You're not gonna be able to live the same life you thought that you had. And I don't know how many girls people have to see in the media to kind of wake up and smell the coffee, and y'all keep doing it. And that's what makes me kind of chuckle at this point with other ladies that get it, is like, y'all are doing it to yourselves. I don't want to hear about, oh, I fell in love. I don't want to hear about none of that. Like, actually, it's quite insulting and kind of hilarious when a bitch will say to a woman, oh, well, you wouldn't get it because you have to really, 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 really be in love to make a baby. Like, y'all are stupid. Like, I've been in love multiple times in my life, and I still have not had no oopsie daisy baby. I still have not got trapped. So what the fuck is your excuse? It's just a bunch of excuses. So yeah, like, take accountability. But in this girl's case, I think she thought she was doing it right. You know, she got engaged, but the guy was a fucking dirtbag. So I feel bad. I'm sorry to hear. You know, I'm sorry to hear, guys. But ladies, please, you know, take note. All right, heart